Hello and welcome again to another screencast edition of Autodesk Maya. Today we'll be focusing on the aspects of the Loft and the Revolve tool in Autodesk Maya. So, of course, since we know and understand basic shapes when it comes to extrusions and adding edge loop, there is many other ways to pretty much create an object. So we're going to create two objects. One is a potted plant, and the other is going to be a chalice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the chalice. Best way to approach that is make sure you go to your panel layout area and select your quad orthogonal view. So instantly, just like that, it has everything there. In order to make sure, don't forget, in order to make sure that you have your outliner, it's the best way to keep tabs on some of the polygon primitives and even NURBS primitives when you begin selecting objects with the Loft and the Revolve tool. Anyways, I'm going to focus here onto my front. Just easily press spacebar just like that. Make sure you're at absolute 0. Now, if you could go to Create, Curve Tools, and CV Curve Tool, make sure you check the box right there. It'll open up menu settings right here, and make sure it's set up to 3 cubic, and make sure it's uniform, and to multiple end knots. Now, once you have that, you could close it. So, with the CV Curve Tool, it's sort of like the Bezier tool or pen tool, but you are limited to a certain amount of cubic measurements. So it goes by threes in order to make a straight line, but it still makes an automatic curve tool. So I'm going to start off right here, selecting 2, 3. Add this. I'm going to add one here. Two, 3. As you notice that I space it out right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. And to end it right here, 1, 2, 3. Reason why I have this set up right here at half is because we're going to start using the Revolve tool. So make sure that you're at your origin point of 0 at here, and you use your measurements here to create your revolved object. So this is going to be my chalice. It pretty much is just some oblong shape. So for now, I'm going to go back to my quad orthogonal view and press enter to apply my CV curve tool. So if you want to make adjustments, you're more than welcome to. Just right click and go to control vertex. So I'm going to actually move this just a smidge just to make sure everything's in place. So I've got everything in place here. Everything's in place there. And I'm going to go back to object mode. So once I have that, everything should be centered just like this. Leave it be. Do not worry. So the next step here is you're going to actually go to surfaces. Now make sure you select the box on the right to revolve. You'll be getting a revolve option settings here. Usually it's set to its standard mode, but since I had it modified, I want you to be aware of what you need to do. Make sure your pivot is set to object. Make sure surface degree is cubic, and make sure that your curve range is set to complete, and output geometry should be set to polygons. Last but not least, type should be set to quads, and tessellation method should be set to count. We are going to set it to at least more or less 800. So that should suffice. So once you have that, press revolve. Now, automatically it creates a chalice. Now we have the only issue with normal's issue, but we could easily fix that instantly by just selecting the whole object, going to mesh display and reverse. And instantly you've got a object that has its normals completed and fixed. So just like that. Now you have a revolved surface. Be sure to always go to edit, delete by type, and history. Reason why is once you've done the revolving, it's still any modifications that you do from here can connect to there, to the revolved surface. So once you already delete the history, delete by type history to the revolved surface, you could easily delete the curve by pressing backspace and without any like consequences. Now I'm going to resize this right here to make sure it fits to there. Alrighty then, I'm going to go back to my perspective view here and set it aside. Now the next step we're going to do is actually utilize the Loft tool. What the Loft tool does is it extends and makes like a little bit revolved. Instead of rotating, it pretty much translates the objects that you have selected. So I'm going to give you an example right here. I'm going to go to my NURBS primitives. This is the only time that I'll use NURBS is with circles. So make sure you have that there. So I'll show you an example right here, a quick one. It's like that. You could make oblong objects or very customized objects that you're unable to make with polygon primitives and extrusions. So with the Loft tool, you could pretty much make, man-made objects like, chain links and a few other things here too. So that's just an example. Backspace, here we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a potted plant here. So let's see here, R, Control D to duplicate. I'm going to resize this here. Duplicate again. See how I use the center manipulator for this in order to get it all equal sides on the same size. So I'm going to press Control D, translate. Like that. There you go. And then decrease the side here, so it's pretty much the same, in the same area, but it's just going to be a little bit smaller. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, slightly, ever so slightly decrease. And as I descend down, I am going to minimize size even more so. It's basically repetition, that's all. Now with any potted plant, usually they have a little hole in the very end, making sure it's... There we go. So now that I have all these NURBS circles here, I'm going to select the NURBS circle, the first one. Then what I'm going to do is shift select and go to NURBS circle 12. Reason why is you want the main one to be the catalyst to create your object. So I'm going to go to surfaces. I'm going to select the box to the Loft tool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check to see my Loft options. Uniform, make sure it's set to uniform. Close the object. Make sure section spans can be more than 4. Of course, curve range should be complete. Output geometry should be in polygons. Type should be quads. Tessellation method should be on counts. This one should be set to 1,000. Then what you're going to do is press Loft. And just like that, here is your potted plant. So you'll see there's a slight opening. If I need to make any adjustments, I could easily do that. So here's my potted plant, or pottery to be exact. And that completes it. So don't forget, once you're done and making any customizations, I recommend that you go back to Edit, Delete by Type, History. Once you have all that, select your NURB circles and press Backspace. Rename your objects and set them aside. But pretty much that concludes today's screencast tutorial of Autodesk Maya. Thank you.